All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from District of Curves and the Miss Full Figure National Capital Region pageant. So, tonight we have a couple of live streams for y'all. We're going to be talking to some of the delegates. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring on the director for the Miss Full Figure NCR pageant, Miss Gabriella Symone Parker.
Hey
Good,
guys.
hey, good evening, whatever this is. Good evening, good afternoon.
I don't know what I don't know what day it is, what time it is. We don't sleep anymore. So
Nah, not at all.
good evening. Good evening, Mickey. Good evening, everybody. We have a lot of exciting stuff tonight, right?
We do. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Gabby, tell the people what we're gonna be doing tonight.
So tonight we are talking to a couple of sets of delegates from the Miss Full Figured USA National Capital Region pageant, which is just a few short days away, September 27th and 28th at Martin's West in Baltimore, Maryland. If you have not gotten your tickets to join us, I suggest you do so tonight. There are very, very few tickets left, and once we sell out, we cannot add more. That goes for family and friends of the ladies that we're going to be talking to tonight, as well as our audience that follows us wherever we go, our District of Curves audience, our NCR audience, or even just our own personal networks. It is going to be a time. We are working overtime to make sure that things are right. The ladies are putting the work in. You do not want to miss this September 27th and 28th. Get your tickets today.
So the 27th, real quick. What's the 27th?
The 27th is our Purple and White Affair sponsored by District of Curves. It is not only the preliminary event to the pageant, it is a party. It's a celebration. We have a DJ, we have open bar, we have food, we have presentations. It is going to be a vibe. The tickets are on sale. They are extremely limited. If you would like to come, I suggest you get your tickets tonight. They are extremely reasonable for what you get. And if you are affiliated with the Miss Full Figure USA pageant in any way, reach out to me, reach out to Mickey separately. There is a very special price for you, and it will give you access to enjoy all of the festivities. But the Purple and White Affair on September 27th at 7 p.m., Martin's West in Baltimore, Maryland. Come in your colors, come in the dress code, please, if if you can, and come celebrate with us and come meet these beautiful delegates. You will be able to have a little bit more personal time with them. You won't see them on Sunday except when they are competing. So just come and network, drink, have a good time with us. Purple and White Affair, Royal Essence, District of Curves, September 27th.
Is there a bar?
There's a bar and it's open. It's included with the price of the ticket. So, I have the sash on, so I can't speak too much to it. But for y'all who like to drink, you need to come to this party. The you can't For anybody who lives in the DC Maryland area, you can't go to dinner and get two drinks and an entree for the price of this party. So if you're looking for something to do Saturday night, you should just put your clothes on and come celebrate with us.
Yeah, we drink a dish of the curve, so I don't have a sash on, so I can y'all come out and drink.
Right.
All
So
right.
yeah,
All right.
let's get it.
So without further ado, we're gonna bring on the ladies and allow them to introduce themselves.
So what we have are our beautiful exquisite delegates, Miss Exquisite full figured USA National Capital Region delegates. For anybody who is not familiar with the pageant system, the exquisite division is for ladies who are sizes 12 and up, ages 40 to 60. So we have three different categories, and what you see here are our two delegates who are competing for the Miss Exquisite Full Figured USA National Capital Region crown, the inaugural crown, Miss Sandy James and Miss Delisha Cameron. Hi, ladies.
Hey. Hi.
It is so nice to be talking with you all. I am going to start with Delisha, and I want you to briefly introduce yourself, who you are outside of this pageant, and why you decided to join us for our inaugural season.
Okay, my name is Delisha Cameron. I am a human resources specialist for the Department of Veteran Affairs, and I also work at London K Hair Salon in Waldorf, Maryland, part time.
Yes.
And I'm a grandmother of five boys, and yeah, two kids and two dogs.
Those fur babies are important. Y'all love
Yes,
y'all dogs.
yes.
Yes. The especially the dogs of Waldorf, because for anybody else who knows anything about me or my friends, Ebony Walker, who is also on our staff, she has a dog and she lives in Waldorf, and they are crazy. Uh,
I
and she's crazy about that dog, and I know you're crazy about yours too.
am. I
Miss
am.
Sandy James, please introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are and why you decided to join us this year.
Yes, my name is Sandy James, as she said, and I am a college head coach for Mount St. Mary's University for flag football, and I'm also a football player. I am the reason why I joined this pageant is because I wanted to show girls that not only beauty but brawn.
Absolutely. And you have done that. I first met you in 2023, and just seeing your journey and how you've progressed in this space, not just the pageant space, but the fashion space as well. Both of these ladies are DOC girls. They have both walked for us in District of Curves. So we are so lucky to have them not just as District of Curves family, but as NCR family as well. And what is so special about the two of you is that you are not new to this pageant thing either. Both Sandy and Alicia are returning contestants from the Miss Full Figure USA system. They come from two different divisions, and they're now here in NCR. And so I want both of you to kind of talk about that, talk about what you got from your previous journey here in the Miss Full Figure USA system, what you're bringing from that here, and what made you decide to do this again. And I'll start with you, Sandy.
Okay, so I competed for Miss Full Figure DMV Exquisite category again, and I um I actually became the first woman to be crowned in a pageant for Miss Covergirl 2023. And I was first runner up for the Big Crown, and I also got Rising Star. So the Rising Star, I honestly took that to heart because when I received that accolade, I was um to prove that I could be a rising star. So I literally was busy the rest of that year. And it was funny, even though I was the runner up in my pageant, I I completed my platform anyway.
Mhm.
So when I wanted to start, like, have camps for girls and things like that, I still did it. So I know that they always talk about, like, yes, you want, the slice of the cake, but the whole cake is the part of where you meet all the great people. You build lasting relationships, i.e., with you, and, and it opens doors for more opportunities. Plus, it's really cool to, like, see a really tall woman that looks like a football player, that is a football player, walking around with a crown on. So the little girls, they love it.
It is. It really, really is. I actually did not meet you in the pageant world. I knew of you. I was so proud of everything that you achieved in the pageant space, but I actually met you in the fashion space as you were taking that rising star to heart. I saw you at Philly Fashion Week, like 2 weeks later, and I was like, she's getting it. You did Philly Fashion Week. I think you did another fashion show. You came and tried out for District of Curves. You did the work, you came to all of the classes, just seeing you put the work in to really transform and become everything that you wanted to become has been inspiring. And you are absolutely paving the way and showing people that you don't have to fit in a box. And I'm so personally inspired by you and your journey. And I'm very, very happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Delicia,
Yes.
tell me about back then and bringing all of that into here now, and what made you decide to do this again and do it with us.
Okay, so I competed in 2021 for, of course, Miss Exquisite, but I was in Virginia at that point, at that time. And I mean, I pretty much did a clean sweep. I'm not, bragging, but I did. And so,
Talk
and
your
then I met you at Nationals in 2021.
talk.
So that's how I, started to know you. And then I met Mickey doing the tryouts for the DLC fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's good for me. I like your style for one. I knew that when I heard that you was going to be the director, I was like, oh yeah, I got to get in on this one because I already knew that this was going to be something special, and I wanted to be a part of it. Um, And of course, to talk about my platform, which I've been, kind of dealing with, for most of my teenage life up until, adulthood, which is, depression, and just trying to find your place in society, and trying to break that stigma, that, people put on people with mental health, issues. So, um, so that's why I'm back. I'm back again. It's fun. It's fun to prepare and, you do that girls that you're competing with and, you get to do, community service together, which I got to do this time, with some of the girls. Um, so, yeah, it's- yeah, I'm excited.
I love that. One thing about Delisha be on it. Um, Delisha be on it, and for me, just as a first time director, just a leader in this space, like I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that. Um, when it comes to, just because both of you have done this before, and so just understanding the ins and outs of how this works and just the business of it, and really just making sure you're on top of things. You should be on it, and I never have to worry about you. And I wanted to tell you here that I appreciate that more than I can really say. There are just people that make it easy for you, and you have made it easy for me. And I didn't know what I was walking into, with a lot of things concerning this season. And to both of you, because you have background in the system before, I really wanted to make sure that I did right by you both, because you both come from very strong programs. Virginia, DMV, those are the, I mean, cream of the crop programs, cream of the crop directors. And I know that you had your experiences there, and taking a chance on me, taking a chance on my program as we are figuring it out. We are throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. It means a lot. And so I thank you both really just for trusting me, allowing me to guide you, and getting you to where you ultimately want to be. Because let's be clear, both of you are here because you felt like you had some unfinished business, and I've spoken to you both about that. When Sandy came in, she didn't call me, and she didn't text me, and I'm still kind of, I'm still fight you about that. It just came through at like 10:30, 11 p.m. one night, the registration for the pageant, and I said, I know this name. And I felt like she would have called me or said, Gabby, I'm interested in coming. And so I had to chase her down, and I said, is this real? Like, did you mean to do this?
She's like,
Was it
Literally said that.
or did you and she said, yeah, yeah, I wanted to do it. I want to do it again. I want to do it with you, and I want to, I want to finish what I started. And Alicia kind of had the same attitude. So talk a little bit about that, Sandy. Talk about like what you feel you left unfinished and the things that you came in here hoping to learn to ultimately get you to where you need to be.
I feel like literally the only thing that I was missing was the big crown. That was literally it. And I wanted, I wanted to have the accolades because my goal is to create that representation that a lot of girls that look like me, like, and do what I do, that they can see that, like I walk around like football Barbie, and then you get a crown, like every
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just unheard of because it's rare that you ever see someone not just participate in pageants but and play sports, but
sure.
play at a higher level as well as a very male dominated sport.
Absolutely.
I truly just want to. I want the crown. The crown is honestly is not 100% for me. It truly isn't. It's to
Sure.
show girls that you can literally do what you put your mind to. I know that sounds so cliche, but to be able to see, like you said, my journey from then until now, I
Mhm.
want them to see the progress that led up to this, and to be that person that they can look up to. And again, this crown is for them, honestly. It's for me. The only part that's for me, I would say, is the pretty sparkles of the crown. that's
I get
probably that's probably the biggest part for me.
I
Like,
get Yeah, I get that, and that's okay. We are queens, and we like shiny things,
yeah,
so it is okay to admit that we want a big shiny crown. Like there is no shame in that, and seeing you, seeing you with your crown and operating in your gifts and your passions, it means a lot. And so, when you came in and you said, this is what I want to do here. These are the things that I want to work on. I push you to do that.
mhm,
And I hope that you have gotten what you needed to feel confident to execute on that stage September 27th and 28th. Because I really haven't given anything. I don't feel like you all had it when you came in. And so all we're really doing is uncovering what's already inside of you, both you, Delicia, and the other 8 ladies as well. It's been a discovery or rediscovery of the things that were already inside of you. I feel like I just am meeting incredible women who just needed to be reminded that they were incredible.
appreciate
So you are
that.
incredible. Delisha, you are incredible. Seeing you were Delisha was actually the first person that signed up. She was the first person that signed up when we kind of teased it, as we were going through last year. We had a soft launch, and she saw it somewhere. She shared it. She was like, I've been waiting for this, and she was the first person that signed up. And just seeing you and your dedication to this process, your dedication to the outfits, I know that you are coming for unfinished business as well. So talk a little bit about that.
I can't hear you
You can't hear me?
now.
You can hear. I said, talk a little bit about your journey. You were the first person that signed up, and just seeing you and knowing that you got unfinished business here, and seeing your outfits and your approach to everything. Talk a little bit about just how you plan to approach everything and what it means to you to come back another time to finish what you started.
Well, okay, so when I competed in 2021, I saw a lot of, the girls, bring in as far as the clothes, the outfits, how they represent it. And so this time I said, I had time to really prepare. And, you know, and I'm just coming to have fun, first and foremost, but at the same time, be serious about, my platform, what I want to do, during, before, during, and after, the pageant. But, just to do me, be me, and, just, bring it to the judges, just, you know, and just
So
get the
you're while you're on that, and you mentioned that, tell the people about your platform. Tell I know you mentioned that you're dealing, your platform deals with depression, but tell the people a little bit more about your platform and what you plan to talk about in your speeches.
so as far as what I went through, to get to that point.
Sure.
So when I was maybe about 16, I guess, I lost my boyfriend in a car accident. So, being 16, you kind of understand that, but you kind of, it's kind of like all mixed up. Your head is, why did it happen? Why did it happen to me? Why did it happen to him? And stuff like that. And, because he died in a car accident, I really didn't get closure. And it took me a long, I mean, decades to uh, really get over it. It took me a long time to get over it. And so through that time of me getting over it, I was doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing at that time that that's what I was suffering with. I was doing stuff, doing, stuff to help the pain until, I really started to get help and, then it helped me understand, a whole lot better and to deal with it. So I want to bring that to not just young girls, but anybody that's dealing with that. Because some people have dealt with that at once or twice in their life. Have gone through some bout of depression,
Absolutely.
with something. So if they know that they know somebody that has gone through the same thing, as them, and, they can talk about it, to each other, then it'll help somebody. So,
Absolutely. That is extremely powerful. Thank you for sharing. I know we can't wait to see how you express that on stage, because it has to be talked about. We can't keep burying the conversation around mental health and depression. And I know that several of you are going to express that on stage, and I'm super excited to see the ways that you handle that topic with care. We have a lot of ladies that have very powerful platforms, and some of them are very heavy. What you just described, that is a very heavy situation, but talking about it brings healing, and I am excited to see how you plan to talk about the way that you overcame that and the triumph in the story. Um, I actually had a call with another director a few days ago, and she said, one of my delegates, she wants to talk about something heavy, a very heavy topic, and I don't know what to do. And I said, well, the way that I would guide her is to talk about the triumph and talk about the way that you overcome it. And you are an overcomer of your situation. And so many of our girls have overcame this, even within the pageant, not just in the outside world, but within this, you have overcome your thoughts. You've overcome the feelings that have made you want to quit, or the negative forces that have caused you to be like, I'm not good enough, or I can't be here, or for whatever reason I just have to like, and none of you have quit. And so to see that is super inspiring, and there is triumph, there is joy, there's overcoming in that story, and I can't wait to see how you handle that and express that, not only to the judges but to our audience as well. Sandy, talk a little bit about your platform, please.
Yes. So my platform is amplifying and mentoring the next generation of female football players. And what I want to do with that is And my end goal is to get a football in every little girl's hand, honestly. Like, I want them to feel powered because football has really empowered me, and I want them to feel the same way. Um, it teaches girls to lead. It teaches them, courage because again, it is a very male dominated sport. So I want to change the narrative with that. So that's why that's my platform. My platform.
I love that. I actually used to play football when I was a child, and I had good hands.
You
Uh,
didn't tell me that.
I know. There's so much Gabby lore that people don't know, but I used to play football. I mean, flag football, but I used to play, and it's always been something of mine that I. Why did Mickey come back on stage? Why did you come back on screen for that? And you're muted because I probably don't want to hear whatever it is you have to
What
say.
I said was I didn't know any of that. Wow, look at that! You find out something new on every live. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah.
Yes, I used to. That's where my love of the game came from.
You
So
still,
seeing you, and of course, like I had what?
you still want to play?
No, no, those no. That's over. That's a y'all be tackling, and my knees are not set up for that. But we get back to touch or flag or tag, then we can talk. But I just want to catch the football, and that's yeah. I have distinct memories when I was 10 years old, and somebody threw a hail mary all the way to the other end, and I caught it, and that made me feel good. So, I mean, if y'all need a wide receiver, like I might be available just for like one snap.
That's all we need. One down.
And if for the people who don't know, 'cause Sandy plays for the DC Divas, and they went all the way to their version of the Super Bowl this year. It's the furthest you guys ever got, correct?
The furthest in a long time.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
So just seeing that, we were cheering you on, super proud. And, no matter what happens, we will be a supporter and a partner for the Divas, and just bringing more crowns to the football field to see and support you guys, because that's what it's all about.
Thank you, thank you. We need that seriously.
Absolutely. We'll do better coordination this year just to make sure we can get some support out to those games. So my last question before we let you guys go, because we have another set of ladies coming in soon. What can people expect to see from you on pageant day? What can they expect from the outfits? What can they expect from the swagger? I see some new hair on this live that I haven't seen before. So tell the people what they can expect. Tell them what optional categories you are competing in and what you're most excited about. I will start with you, Delisha.
Okay. Okay, so if people want to see my style, um, because I made my dress, my gown, and like I said, I carefully, thought out my outfits and what I was going to wear and how I was going to fix. Yes, I really thought it out. So they're going to see me, bring it to the stage. And
What optionals are you
yeah,
in? What optional categories
yeah.
are you competing in? What optional
Optionals,
categories?
I'm doing swimwear and fashionista.
That y'all need to be there just for the swimwear and fashionista categories alone. We have almost full participation in fashionista, and we have full participation in swimwear. I didn't mean to steal Sandy shine, but tell them about what they're going to see from you and the optionals that you are competing in.
Yes. I want to say that you're gonna see more sass from me because I'm very like to the point, and even at practices I'm very much like straight and narrow. But you're gonna see more sass, and I am, like she said, participating in the swimwear and the fashionista. I never thought of myself as a fashionista, but I was like, listen, the whole point of me and being in a pageant is to be bold. So I'm going out for it. Why not?
Why not? Right? That's the whole thing. It's like, why me? Why not me? why not you with all of your 6 foot tall goodness? Like, why wouldn't you come out there in fashionista? Why wouldn't you do this pageant and give it everything you got? Be bold, you
Yes.
don't have to shrink yourself in any way.
That was 100% my goal this time, was to be more bold, because I noticed that when in the first pageant, I have a lot of friends that are also super tall,
Yeah,
and they, like, sometimes they hide in the corner, sometimes they hide in the back, or they don't necessarily, since as when you're a really tall person, you get a lot of sometimes wanted but unwanted attention.
sure.
But when you don't want the attention, it's like you kind of, shrink yourself and cower down in a bit. And I wanted to just be out there, be on front stage, the tallest thing out there in heels. And I just wanted to, strut my stuff, because I want to show people something different, not
Hmm.
the status quo. Oh, we're just athletes. Yes, we're athletes, and
Hmm.
not but, not or. No, we're athletes, and that's my goal. So that's
Absolutely.
what you'll see this time.
Absolutely. When we had our photo shoot, Sandy said something, and I don't even know if she knew that I heard it. She said, if there's any way possible, can I not be on the end or in the back? Because I'm always that because of my height. And I don't tell a photographer how to work, and I understand the reasons for why that happens because of balance. But I pulled Mickey to the side and I asked him, I said, is there any possible way that we can not hide her? And he found a way. I mean,
I side eyed the hell out of her though, because I didn't know. I
he
didn't.
rolled, he rolled his eyes at me. Yes, he did. I paid for that one. But I paid it. I paid it for you because I didn't want. I paid it for you because I understood, and I said it, and he found a way to do it. And maybe he has the group picture queued up, but you can see that Sandy is bright and tall in the middle of the group, anchoring the group. And I don't know what that means to you, but it meant a lot to me to be able to give you that, because I know that it isn't always that. When you're in a picture with a bunch of people that are shorter than you and you have to balance out height. But I wanted to give you the experience of not being the girl that has to hide, or that we have to hide.
You don't understand that, just agreeing to that and then making it happen, it meant the absolute most to me, because if you look in any pictures, like now, and I try hard to, like, not go to the back automatically, like I'll even make a joke about it and try to be in the front, or because as a tall girl, you never see my outfit, never, because there's always someone standing in front of me. Even if it's a group of 3 or 4 people, somehow someone wants to stand right in front, and I'm like, well, I want to be seen as well. And again, this crown is not just for me, it's for all the other women that get pushed to the back, like almost forgotten in a sense. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes you're taking a picture with your friends and like the camera's right here, and your whole head is cut off. And I'm like, I don't want to be cut off anymore. So when you did that, like, I truly wanted to cry, but I didn't want to mess up my makeup for a photo, so I didn't. But listen, in the car, I was ranting and raving about it because it made me feel a part of things.
Sure,
So thank you.
sure.
Seriously. Like from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
I mean, that's really what it's about. And for all of the things that we go through in this process, all of the things that I've gone through trying to bring you guys through this process, it's those little moments that keep me going. um Making sure that everybody feels seen, everybody feels supported, and that there's something that they've always wanted to do, that they have the opportunity to do there. I've said from the beginning that I've wanted this to be a space of healing, and I hope that that moment healed you a little bit and just gave you something that you haven't had before. That means a lot to me. I don't have any tears left to cry before Sunday, but once I sit and do a download of just this entire season, that will be one of the highlights for me, seeing that for you.
And see, Mickey, the pictures came out just fine.
Mickey likes to Mickey likes to fight because he doesn't like to use his brain sometimes, but all he had to do was think for 2 seconds about how to make it work and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
The eye roll was unnecessary, but okay. Did we lose Delisha? Because I wanted you guys to give some closing words and then, say goodnight because we have another group coming in shortly. But since you're here, I will start with you. Just give the people some closing words. Let them know where to get tickets if they want to support you because we are coming down to the wire. So get your tickets.
Yes, please get your tickets at Miss Full Figured NCR. You can also find the link on under the Instagram as well as Facebook, and stay tuned. Stay tuned for some spectacular women to strut their stuff, unlike any other type of pageantry. When it comes to the other types of pageants, like, see the boldness of these women and just take it all in. You'll love it.
Right. Right. And that's really the thing. Even if you don't know any of these ladies, if you are a champion of full figured women, diversity, just seeing something that you haven't seen before, come join us. I connected with someone on Facebook. I was trying to buy something and they saw my profile and they were like, "What is this? I want to get into this." And I said, "Oh, sure. Well, registration is closed for this season, but with registration for next season officially opens at the pageant, and if you sign up at the pageant, shameless plug, you will be able to lock in the 2025 rates for next season because yesterday's price is not today's price." And so, if anybody is interested in next season and they know they are interested in next season, you want to come to the pageant or you want to reach out over the weekend because you can lock in the 2025 price. If you don't get it that weekend, you will have to get the whatever the new price is. Okay. But they reached out and they were like, "What is this? I'm interested. I want to get into it." And I told them this and I sent them the link to the tickets and they bought them. Never met me before, never met any of you, weren't connected to DOC or anything at all, just bought them and they're ready to go. And that is really what it's all about. You don't have to know me, you don't know have to know these ladies, you just have to want to see something different. You want to see some representation that you've never seen before and come in here and just celebrate with us. This is a safe space, a healing space, and we want to see you in the building. The vibes will be good. As our baby girl says, the vibes are good. And we are just going to have a time. So it looks like we lost Alicia. So I am going to say goodnight to Sandy. Thank you so much for being on here tonight. I know you have a lot of prep work to do to get ready for the weekend. We don't have many days left. So I wish you all the best in your journey, Delisha, as well, even though she had to drop. And I'm so proud of you. I don't know if I've said that to you before, but I am so, so proud of you. This is not easy, and for you to do this twice is really not easy. I always said that I was a one and done. I I don't know that I had the heart to do this again. So to see you just dust yourself off, try again, and really try to get to your ultimate goal, I admire you so much for that. Thank you so
Thank
much for doing this.
I'm trying to be where you are, Miss Big Queen, Big Crown, Big Queen energy. That's what I'm trying to be, okay?
And I wish it for you all. I tell people all the time I have no say in the judging. I would give away 10 crowns if I could, because all of you were queens when you walked in here, and you are even more queens than you were when you walked in here. Just seeing the ways that you've grown, the ways that you've blossomed and opened up, I'm super excited to see what you bring to the stage. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for allowing me to guide you where I can. But you had it when you walked in the door, so it's time to show it.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for having me.
All right, my love. Good night to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you so much, y'all.
Good
Night.
night.
You're back.
I am back.
That's
So,
fine.
all right. So, everybody that is still watching, we have another live coming up right after this. So, what we're going to do is we are going to end this live and then we're going to come back. So, give us about 5 minutes. We'll come back. If you want your comments shown, you can watch on Instagram like you're doing now. But if you want your comments shown, you can watch on the District of Curves YouTube page. If you go to just Google District of Curves YouTube, or you can go to the Miss Full Figure NCR.com page and you can see it there, or you can watch on Facebook too if you want your comments shown. And actually had a few people on YouTube give some money, because you can do that on the YouTube and everything like that. So, if you are so inclined to make a donation, then please, you can go over YouTube and do that. Or I mean, I'm not the pageant is not going to tell you to send a cash app. But District Occurs will absolutely tell you, if you want to send a cash app, please feel free to send a cash app or whatever you want to do. All right, y'all. Like I said, we're going to log off here for this one, and we're going to come right back in about 5 minutes. All right. Thank y'all. Oh, wait. No. I'm sorry. I got one more thing. So I'm going to show y'all these pictures real quick to end it, and then we'll go.